I've heard many people, not just customers, but people in general, wonder about with Facebook advertising, along with Instagram and many other types of social media marketing, at what point did we already hit everybody and now everybody that could see our ad has seen our ad? That's a worry that a lot of people seem to have. It's not a worry I have, and I want to really go over why. So yes, if you have a target, let's say you're targeting women between 27 and 55 that are within 6-7 miles of your address, that are interested in, certain interests that have to do with healthy eating or organic eating or fitness or yoga or something like that, eventually you're going to show your ad to almost everybody, if not everybody, right? Because depending on your target and your market, you may have 120,000 possible people in your reach, and you may have 40,000 people in your reach, and anything between. Now, obviously, if you have less people in your reach, you may hit that very soon, maybe 3 months, 4 months in. If you have a higher reach, you're going to hit that much later. But once we hit everybody, that's not a problem. We want to show them the ad more times. I'll give you an example as to why. Have you guys ever heard of Nike before? Of course you have, right? How about Starbucks? How about Harley Davidson? How about Apple? And how about Doritos? You've heard of all these brands before. They're not unfamiliar to you by any means. You not only know what they are, but you know what they do, and you have a really good idea as to how they do it and what makes them different. And you can probably go the next 40 years without ever seeing an advertisement. And if I were to ask you 40 years from now, have you ever heard of Apple? Have you ever heard of Nike? The answer would probably be yes, because they've done a really great job of saturating their brand in front of you. And it's important that we do the same thing as local businesses too, because somebody doesn't just buy because they see your ad one time. Now, there is a small percentage of people that are impulse buyers and they act. We know that, right? Because we're seeing leads come in. But the majority of people are not impulse buyers. The majority of people really want to gain trust before they invest in a company. They don't know that. They're not out there verbalizing that to people, but that's just the way it is. Familiarity creates trust. Trust creates comfort, and an uncomfortable mind doesn't buy, a comfortable mind does. Think about it when you meet a celebrity for the first time. Somebody that you've been followed, maybe it's a sports athlete that you've been watching their press conferences and you're watching their interviews. You really know them and understand them well enough to where if you met them, you feel totally comfortable talking to them and asking them about the game and all these different things, but they're nowhere near as comfortable as you are with them, right? And the reason is because they're familiar to you. You've seen them, you know what they do, and you know why you like them. So with your particular company, we'd like to do the same thing, knowing that most people are not impulse buyers. So we don't just want to show your ad to them once. We want to show it to them, if we can, 4, 5, 6 times. Now, do we want to show the impulse buyers that many times? Not necessarily, not the same ad. What we want to be able to do is, once a person lands on your landing page, because they've seen your ad and they liked enough to click, we're going to remove the advertisement that shows them the offer, and we're now going to show them a retargeting ad that reminds them to buy the offer. Now, that will keep going until they fill out the form to go ahead and get the offer and lands on a thank you page. Now, on that particular page, they're not going to see either of these ads anymore, but we will continue to build a list here for other things. Maybe if we want to show testimonial videos, we want to show before and afters, there's a ton of things that we can do afterwards. But we like to keep these people in lists. And this particular segment, this person is perfectly targeted, right? Women between 27 and 55 within miles of your studio that has interests that your customers are also interested in. That person saw your ad but didn't click on it yet. Let's keep showing it to her. Didn't click on it yet. Let's keep showing it to her. Eventually, we're going to catch her right at the right time at the right place. Maybe somebody, took a picture of her and she didn't like the way she looked at it, or it looked in it. Or maybe a little boy made a comment. Or maybe just one day she was hiking with friends and realized she couldn't keep up. Whatever it is, we want to really catch her at the right time. Just like Nike, right when you need that pair of sneakers, that's the brand you trust. So with your particular company and your brand, we want to show that non-impulse buyer your brand and your ad and your offer over and over until they finally decide to feel comfortable enough and ready enough to act on it, which at that point they enter the funnel of many things that happen down the road. So all in all, I want to make sure you guys understand that saturation is not a bad thing. Yes, we will get to the point where we start showing almost everybody our ad eventually, but that's okay. We're going to keep showing it to them because the goal is not to eventually get everyone to see our ad. The goal is to get as many people as we can to take advantage of our offer, come in, and then eventually become a paying member. And there's a lot more work that has to be done in advertising than just showing them the ad the one time. What's up, everybody? Thanks so much for watching, and if you found this video valuable, then head over to loudrumor.com and subscribe so that we can actually send you more videos and information just like this to help you grow your fitness studio or gym. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel where you can get updated every time we post more new videos. Thanks for watching.